Hello, welcome to Shad Life. A couple of updates for you here. I know I've been doing fewer videos, but my mother has been going in and out of the hospital with some pain, and there's a potential she might have lung cancer. So that obviously takes priority over this stuff and doing videos and all of that. She is older. I'm 55, so obviously my mom's going to be quite a bit older. So dealing with that, but I'm going to keep doing some updates here. So let's talk about where I'm at with the build at this point in time. As you can see, there's a little more on the bike than last time that you saw it. Okay, so my brake levers came in. I ordered some XT brake levers because the SLX levers were pretty beat up, while the XT brake levers are compatible with the SLX calipers. So I installed the rear brake. I put the chain on, but notice how loose it is. There's a reason I'm leaving it like that. And so I do have a drivetrain. I have a rear brake. Pretty sweet. Front brake, I haven't done anything with yet. It's still dangling here. I ordered some new pads and a new spring because the spring was lost somehow. That's a long story, from another bike shop that didn't put the spring back in, and the brake was rattling a bunch. I was like, what the heck? Anyway, so I haven't hooked up the dropper post. I did tighten it so I can put it on the clamp. But it's not hooked up yet, so I'll be doing that. But I got the front tire on, front rotor, rear rotor, all that stuff. So it's getting mostly assembled at this point in time. Obviously, I have to get a seat for this bike, hook up the dropper, get the front brake sorted out, cut the steer to size, and then it's built. And then the one big project I have to do is reduce the fork travel from 140 to 120, so I have to take the fork apart to do that. I sat on this with this at 140 and a 29-inch wheel on the front with the 27.5 on the back, because this is going to be a mullet build, and the front end is like super tall, and so this setup as it is right now makes the bike super slack. I want to start this out, as I've said multiple times, so this bike rides a lot more like my titanium Hayduke as far as geometry goes. It's not going to be perfect with a 29-inch wheel on front. That's definitely going to slack it out a little bit. But we're talking probably right now 40 millimeters or more of raising the front end, which is quite a bit. So I don't want to start out that way. I do have the chainstay guard on there, so on and so forth. So I don't know if you notice another yellow frame, but this has a little bit of a story behind it. I was able to acquire this standard DJ frame. This actually used to be one of my F-Bomb frames. They were called F-Bomb Marauder. They were made by Standard, and I sold this to a friend of mine, and he didn't ride it a ton. He rode it some, but since I decided not to continue with F-Bomb, he just rebranded it with Standard, which makes sense because it is basically a Standard. So I have this yellow DJ frame. My DJ frame that I had, which was an F-Bomb one made by Standard, just like this, it was green, got stolen about 6 years ago, I believe, and I've been wanting another one of these. So this is going to replace my Haro Steel Reserve frame. The big challenge here is what I'm going to do for a fork. I have a rigid fork on the Haro Steel Reserve. It's like that gray color, which isn't going to match this setup very well. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with the fork. I did disassemble that RST Space Jump fork in a recent video. maybe I'll put that on here, but I don't know. I don't know yet. So I have to figure out the fork. Aside from that, I'm just going to switch all the parts from my Haro Steel Reserve over to this, which is going to be funny. It wasn't intentional, but I'm going to have two bikes now that are themed with blue and yellow because the parts on my Steel Reserve are also blue. They're, you know, blue accented parts. So I find that kind of funny. I really find that funny. So, yeah. So that's what this is, in case you're wondering. Pretty cool. I won't be able to do that for a little bit. And the reason being is because my Haro is stored up in Cuyuna and kind of like packed in, and I won't be able to get at it until spring. So, which was kind of dumb of me. I should have brought the bike back down here, because that would have been a nice bike to bring to Ray's a few weeks ago. Cool. Well, I'm a little all over the place, but I wanted to give you an update. I haven't done a video in a while, and this thing is looking pretty sweet. I can't wait to just get it done. I mean, I'm not even going to be able to ride it till spring unless I travel somewhere, but I'm stoked on it. It'll be one of these bikes that I'll probably come down here and sit on and kind of drool over all winter long while I ride my fat bike in the snow. I appreciate your support for my channel. Please like and subscribe. Peace.